Hello viewers, this is Paladin of Odin, and this is some more Magic the Gathering Online. This is another episode of the Standard Commentary Series, and it looks like we've got Bant Aggro versus Mono Blue Brains. Or at least I think that's what this deck is called. So, Bant has a Tireless Tracker, and it's making clues. The other side has his Brain in the Jar, or at least one of them. Okay, Tireless Tracker's attacking in for 3. He's putting a counter on the Brain in the Jar. He's responding by sacking a clue token. So, all in all, that'll be 4 damage, and blue will be down to 16. And pieces of the puzzle. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library, put up to 2 instant and or sorceries from among them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Part the Water Veil, another pieces, and Grip of the Royal. So he dumped part the Water Veil, so he kept pieces and grip. Okay, more clue tokens. More clue tokens. Jace, Vrin's Prodigy. Okay, Tracker's going in for 4. And nope, I was half expecting him to make it 5 by sacking a clue. Alright, end of turn, another token on the Brain. So now it's up to 2. Next activation will be 3. So he could get a free pieces at the end of the next turn, I think. Yeah. Alright, end of turn, sacking the clue, draw a card, make Tireless Tracker a 5/4. And unless he gets rid of the Tireless Tracker, that's just going to keep happening. He's going to be making clue tokens, and then at the end of turn, or in combat, it's a valid strategy. Sack a clue, buff the Tracker, Tracker does more damage next time. Right, Jace discarding an island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana open. Okay, beginning of combat, Grip of the Royal. Tap target creature, it doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. So, Tireless Tracker is down for 2 turns, effectively. Alright, activating the Brain, playing pieces. And what has he got? Engulf the Shore, a very powerful card in mono blue. Rise from the Tides. Put a 2/2 zombie token onto the battlefield for each instant and sorcery in your graveyard. That can be very powerful in a deck like this. And basically, blue just has to sit back and wait. Alright, second clue. Whereas Bant has to try and break through. Alright, sack another clue. Bant really has to hope that Brains doesn't have a counterspell in his hand. Or 2. Or possibly even 3, given the fact that he has 6 mana open. Okay, tapping Jace. Eight cards in hand for Bant. Okay, another Tireless Tracker. No counter. Sylvan Advocate. And I have to be honest, I think I would probably do the Engulf the Shores, but I would wait. Probably until his next combat step. That way you get the maximum effect out of it. But you could do it with Brain right now for free and basically negate his entire turn. But I was thinking you could wait until next turn so that, if he sacrifices the clues, you get the maximum effect from it so that he basically wasted his mana to get the clue token, sack the clue token to put counters on his Tireless Trackers. But not a bad time to play it anyway. Pieces, Invasive Surgery, counter target sorcery, and Delirium. Cards with the same name. But unfortunately for Bant, he only had 2 types. Otherwise, it would be kind of nice to be able to get rid of the pieces. Especially since we know that the card that makes the zombies counts sorceries in graveyard. Okay, 2 Tireless Trackers. Plays a land, gets 2 clues. He could sacrifice 1 clue and put +1/+1 counters on both. And 2 brains. And nothing to play. But it is getting a little bit dangerous for Brains here because he is down to 4 cards in his hand, meaning that he has very few answers to the problems that Bant is going to throw his way. I mean, if he has, for example, another Grip of the Royal, he could take down 1 Tireless Tracker, but the other one will get through. If he has another Engulf the Shores, for example, that would buy him yet another turn. But, that's a pretty powerful card to use on 2 Tireless Trackers. But end of turn, sack a clue, make them both 4/3s, and draw a card off of it. And since we're, in later stages of the game now, the clue tokens are actually not that bad. Okay, activating. Oh, Part the Water Veil. So he did draw another Part the Water Veil. And got to play it for free because of the Brain in the Jar. The only problem is that he can't use the Awaken, so he doesn't get that creature that he could use to either protect himself or punch Bant in the face with. Anticipate. Okay, he's activating his smaller brain for 3. Does he have another? Okay, he's firing off Grip of the Royal. So that'll knock down one of the Tireless Trackers. And like I said, now things are starting to get sticky for the Brain deck. He's running low on cards, therefore he's running low on answers, and thanks to Tireless Tracker, Bant has basically an endless supply of drawing cards. He mans up his Lumbering Falls and plays Sylvan Advocate, so he's attacking him with a 5/5 and a 4/3. Response from Brains is Engulf the Shore. So another lucky draw for him at some point. That will clear the board again. And unfortunately for Bant, that'll mean he'll have to here. But at the same time, Bant is in the best position here. He has a lot of creatures that don't cost a whole lot of mana, and blue is running out of gas fast. So, discarded Jace and Reflector Mage. 5 mana for Pore Over the Pages, draw 3 cards, untap up to 2 lands, and then discard 1 card. And discards Nagging Thoughts. He pays for the madness, so look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one into your hand and the other into your graveyard. And that's one of the great things about playing blue is there's a ridiculously large amount of tools that you can put in your deck to draw more cards. You know, look at him now. He was on 2 cards, and now he's up to 5. And Bant just has to keep trying to rebuild his army and hope that one of these times Brains bricks on a bounce spell. Oh, he's only going for 1 Tireless Tracker this time. Not a bad idea. Saves mana so that he can fire off clue tokens, or possibly have a response in his hand like Invasive Surgery. And another Pore Over the Pages. Discarding a pieces of the puzzle. Oh, I just noticed. Wow, Brains is down to 19 cards in his deck. He's decking himself out pretty well here. He's got 22 cards in his graveyard. He might want to be thinking about firing off that zombie making spell soon. Collected Company from Bant. Finds Jace and Duskwatch Recruiter. Okay, tapping Jace. In response, activating the small brain in the jar for Engulf the Shore. Man, this video is long, but this is a damn good fight. Unfortunately, it's looking like Brains is pretty much going to take over this game as soon as he drops that zombie maker. Bant throws down Duskwatch Recruiter and Jace. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 instants and sorceries in his graveyard. Okay, he's going for the Scry effect. Alright, there's Part the Water Veil with Awaken. So he'll get another turn after this, and he'll get a 6/6. Invasive Surgery in response. So no Part the Water Veil for you. Activating the big brain in the jar. In response, I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot of zombies here in a second. No, he's firing off another Part the Water Veil. A gate to kill off the second Part the Water Veil. Bant still doesn't have Delirium, so he can't get rid of those Part the Water Veils to, knock down that zombie maker and also keep him from, say, reshuffling these into his graveyard with an effect. So, tapping Jace. And Brains concedes. I have to admit, I didn't think that he was going to lose that. He didn't fire off the zombie maker, and that's the thing. He would have had 16 2/2 tokens. I don't really see how he wouldn't have won at that point, but he didn't even fire it off, so we didn't even get to see. What did he throw away? Altered Ego. Oh, that. Well, sorry this video is so long, but I really wanted to see the end of this match, end of the game, which turned into the end of the match. That was one hell of a fight. But I'm going to end the video here. Try and do it as fast as I can. That was Bant Aggro versus Mono Blue Brains. And if you liked what you saw, hit that like and subscribe button for me.